What if I told you that by 2030, the eighth of weed you pick up could cost you less than a gas station coffee? A $5 eighth. Sounds like a dream, right? A consumer paradise. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The same corporate machine that will bring you that $5 weed is coming to steamroll the small growers and unique strains that built this industry on their backs. This isn't some paranoid fantasy. It's happening right now in corporate boardrooms. The counterculture gold rush is over. The age of big cannabis, of corporate control, is here. And we're going to break down exactly how these giants are planning to slash prices and what it means for every independent grower you support today. We're watching aggressive corporate roll-ups, where one massive company swallows dozens of smaller ones, building a machine that controls everything from the seed to your shopping bag. The cannabis industry is going through what the suits are calling the Great Correction. The first few years of legalization were the Wild West, chaotic, free, and a land grab for anyone with guts. But that bubble has burst. Now, we're in the era of efficiency. That's the sanitized corporate speak for it anyway. This is where massive cash-heavy corporations, many with old ties to tobacco, alcohol, and big pharma, are going bargain hunting. The small independent shops that took the risks and opened a decade ago, they're getting squeezed. Think about the craft beer explosion. For a while, cool independent breweries were everywhere. Then, giants like Anheuser-Busch started buying them up. It's the same playbook, but for cannabis, it's happening at warp speed, all while the government's own red tape helps clear the field for them. This corporate consolidation isn't just about money, it's an attack on the very soul of cannabis. The people who risked their freedom for decades to grow and protect this plant, the legacy and craft growers, are being pushed to the edge of extinction. For these folks, cannabis isn't a commodity, it's an art form. They care about quality, not just quantity. They're the ones who preserve heirloom genetics and create the complex strains that true connoisseurs love. They use sustainable farming methods and hand-trim their flower to make sure you get the best product possible. This is the cannabis people fought for. But you can't hand-trim 1,000,000 pounds. You can't give a damn about each plant when you have 100,000 of them. The corporate model needs one thing: yield. They'll focus on a handful of generic high-yield strains that grow easily in a factory, and, in the process, they'll wipe out the genetic diversity that makes cannabis so incredible. What we're seeing is a culture clash. The legacy world, built on freedom and respect for the plant, is being replaced by a corporate system built for profit. The small guys are being forced to either sell out and watch their brand get watered down, or get buried by giants with endless cash. This isn't just business, it's about what we all lose. We're heading toward a future of homogenized, boring cannabis, where every dispensary sells the same 5 strains owned by the same 3 corporations. We lose the rebellion, the passion, and the innovation that only comes from independent producers. So, with all that said, where does the $5 eighth come from? Well, this is the lie they'll sell you, the supposed upside for the average person. The biggest promise of this corporate takeover is a massive price drop. Industrial-scale farms, automated processing, and corporate supply chains will crush the cost of production. Just like technology made flat-screen TVs cheap, corporate efficiency will make basic cannabis a commodity. Today's prices, which can range from $25 to over $60 an eighth, might soon seem ridiculous. And with low prices, they promise access. Imagine buying weed at your pharmacy or getting it delivered with your groceries. As big corporations push for laws that benefit them, cannabis will become as common as a 6-pack of beer. They'll also tell you it's about safety. Big corporations can afford all the lab testing and quality control. This means standardized products with exact potency, which sounds great. But it's also a tactic. They can lobby for testing standards so expensive that they become another weapon to push small growers out of the market. This whole thing is a Trojan horse. They offer you cheap, easy weed, and the price is the freedom and soul of the industry. This whole shift is a raw deal hiding in plain sight. If you see what's happening and want to stay informed about how the industry is being co-opted, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us keep digging into the truth. So what does the cannabis world actually look like in 2030? Is craft cannabis completely dead? Probably not. The industry is likely to split right down the middle, creating a two-tiered market, just like we see with coffee or wine. On one side, you'll have the corporate machine. This will be your $5 eighth, your $10 vape cart. It'll be the gas station coffee of cannabis. It gets the job done, but it's generic, bland, and totally soulless. It will be safe, cheap, and everywhere, dominating a global market projected to hit over $110 billion by 2030. On the other side, a craft market will survive. It will have to. This is for the people who care about quality more than price. Just like people seek out single origin coffee or small batch whiskey, a dedicated resistance of consumers will hunt down premium, artisanal cannabis. They'll be willing to pay more for unique genetics, sustainable farming, and a product that has a real story. This is where the culture of cannabis will have to retreat to stay alive. This split allows both to exist. The mass market serves the casual user, but the craft market will be the last stand for innovation and quality. The survival of craft cannabis isn't a given, it's a fight. It will require them to be smarter and more agile. They can't ever compete with corporations on price, so they have to compete on things the corporations can't replicate: value and authenticity. Their best weapon is being different. By focusing on rare genetics and artisanal methods, they offer something that a factory farm simply cannot. Many are already adopting a direct-to-consumer model, like a boutique winery. Think subscription boxes, farm tours where you meet the person who grew your flower, and exclusive product drops that build a loyal following. This model lets them bypass the corporate-controlled system, keep their profits, and build a real connection with their customers. Ultimately, the future of craft cannabis is in telling the truth. In a market flooded with corporate knockoffs, a brand that stands for something, sustainability, social equity, or just a refusal to compromise on quality, can build a community that will fight for it. Every dollar spent is a vote. The road to 2030 is going to fundamentally change cannabis. The corporate consolidation that's happening now will almost certainly create a world of cheaper weed for the masses. But that future comes at the cost of erasing the independent growers who are the true heart of cannabis culture. The future will likely be a tale of two industries: a corporate machine and a craft counterculture fighting to survive. As a consumer, the choice of which one to keep alive will be yours. Every single purchase you make is a vote for the kind of world you want to live in. So, I'll leave you with this question. Are you ready to accept the $5 corporate weed, or are you going to stand with the craft growers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.